We started the weekly pillage, our newsletter, with no product to sell. And we sent emails for 90 weeks straight without missing a single one. This video is everything we learned in that process. Some of these lessons seem obvious, but I promise you that at least one of them will change the way you think about email. Let's get into it. Lesson 1, and this is perhaps the most important one, build a system. Writing an email every week from scratch without a system and a process is extremely inefficient. You need to have something that is repeatable, something with the same structure and same flow every time you write it. For example, our system is that we open the email with something personal or something funny, and then we shift into a brand update or an observation, and then we go into a CTA if applicable. Here's an important context. So we don't have a product, so our CTA is really just building trust and showing up and being consistent with our audience. However, if you have a product, then maybe your CTA could be something like sign up for my course, or here's a link to my product page for my website, or whatever it may be. But if you have a product or a service, then use that as your CTA. And when it comes to writing emails, at least for me, it feels like that if you don't have a system, then writing emails feels like a task and it's annoying. But when you actually do have a system, it feels more like a routine and a process, and that makes it a little bit easier to get it done, at least for me. Now, we have one system and that works for us. But if you find a system that works better for you, then use that, obviously. And of course, keep iterating and improving your system. So if you find out about something that works better, or you want to try something or implement something new, then try and do that and keep constantly improving the system and make it more efficient and better for you. Here's a quick little screenshot from our Klaviyo dashboard with the stats from our latest emails. Now, are these stats perfect? No, far from it. We could improve a lot of things, but what we do is we try to test and learn and try new things. And then based on the data that we get from those tests and experiments, we slowly improve and make things a little bit better. So it's a constant process of iterating over and over again with every email. And then over time, you slowly improve and get really good content. That's the goal, at least for us. Lesson number 2 is keep an idea bank. We send our emails every Thursday, and Thursday comes way faster than we want to. Time just goes so fast that you're sitting there on Wednesday evening and you don't even have an idea and don't even know what to write about for your email that is the next day. So to prevent that as much as possible, we have an idea bank or a list of ideas that we write down. Now, when it comes to this list, what we do is we just write down ideas we get throughout the week. So that could be things we do or something that happened in the business or just out walking and you get an idea. We write it all down into this document that we have. So we always have a list of possible email ideas that we can send every Thursday. That way, when Thursday comes, or ideally a couple of days before, you just go into that list of ideas, pick one idea that you like, and then start writing the email. There's one thing though, and that is that we, at least me and my brother, are not perfect. So there are days where we don't have an idea and we don't know what to write about. Those are the days where you scramble for an idea and it's a little bit more stressful, but that's okay. You can't be perfect all the time. Just try your best and try to get it done, and then that's it. And this leads me perfectly into lesson 3, which is time flies, or the way I like to call it, the Thursday effect. This one surprised me the most because we've been writing emails for 90 weeks, and that sounds like a really long time, but really it went very fast, especially if you have other tasks to do and other things that you need to get done beyond just the email. There are other life responsibilities like taking care of your family, meeting with them, working, other business tasks, recording videos. There's so much other stuff around it that you have to do. So time just flies. And here is why this matters a lot to us, because it's so easy to forget or run out of time for the email that we focus religiously on making sure that we get that email out every week, especially when we don't have a product to sell to our customers yet, because we want to build that trust and stay consistent. And the thing is, if you miss 1 week, your subscribers will notice. They might not notice consciously per se, but they will take note of it and be like, oh, this week you didn't write an email. And if that happens over and over again, people will start to drift off and they will start to not read your emails anymore. And that's when you slowly start losing trust with them. And that's something that we want to avoid. So we want to stay religiously consistent with our weekly emails. The thing with the Thursday effect is that it does not wait for you to be ready. It doesn't care. It just shows up and you need to get it done and get the email out there. And that's why I think lesson 1 and lesson 2 are so important, because they are the system that protect you from missing the day that you're supposed to send your newsletter email. And here's another thing as well. When you send emails every week, that consistency compounds week over week over week. So for example, readers that have been with you since week 1 or the beginning trust you because you show up every week. And because of that, we at Nordic Dudes, with our newsletter Weekly Pillage, have built some really nice relationships and really fun relationships with some of our subscribers. And we have gotten feedback on the emails that we write that they're really funny and they really enjoy reading them. And you can see some of those screenshots here on the screen. And that trust and those relationships are worth way more than some clever subject line. Lesson number 4 is done beats perfect. Not every email will be your best, and that's just a reality. Some of our emails are hilarious, some are fine, but very few are great. And when it comes to the quality of the emails, we set a bar that makes it really simple for us. And that is, did this email give them something? Did it make them laugh? Did they think it was funny? Did they get value from this? Those are the things that we focus on with every email. And sometimes we hit that mark and sometimes we don't hit it as well. But that continuous process, as I spoke about before, really helps us learn what it is that our audience wants. And here's the honest truth as well. When you write these emails, there will be times where you want to sit and tweak and improve the email and make small minor details to that email. And let me tell you, that time is not worth it. Resist that urge to make the email perfect. So here is our simple rule for the whole process of writing emails. Our goal is to go from an idea to a scheduled email within 20 to 30 minutes. That's it. That constraint forces us to focus on the things that matter and not sit too long with the email and try to get into the nitty-gritty and trying to perfect the email. It forces you to trust yourself and then just ship the email and schedule it and send it to your subscribers. A good email that was sent to your subscribers beats every email that is perfect but no one got to read. Lesson number 5, use AI as a co-pilot, not a ghostwriter. I made a full video on how we use AI to write our emails, and you can see that video in the description or in a link somewhere here in the video. But here is a very condensed version of the whole process. So me and my brother, whether it's me or him, write the email. Then we take that email and put it into something like Claude or ChatGPT and ask it to analyze the email and make it better, funnier, and include, in our case, more Viking jokes. We also use it to tighten up sentences and make the email more concise and also sharpen up the subject lines. And here's the thing, the moment that you use AI to write your whole thing or the whole email, your voice disappears. And at the end of the day, your voice and your brand tone is the reason why people open your emails and read them. So the main takeaway is use it as an editor, not a writer. And those are the 5 lessons that we learned from writing emails for 90 weeks straight. Here are some other things that are also important to mention. Email is the only channel that you actually own compared to, for example, your TikTok page or your Instagram page, where if something happened, Instagram or TikTok could ban your page and you lose all your followers. That's not the case with email. And the biggest tip I can give you is, if you're building something, start your list now. Not when you launch and not when you think it feels right. Start it now. If you thought this video was helpful, please subscribe. I document the entire journey of building our e-commerce business, Nordic Dudes, here on YouTube. I'm also currently working on automating a bigger part, or maybe the whole part, of the email writing process with AI agents and Claude Cowork. And that video is coming very soon. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.